It was a cold Christmas Eve. Snow fell relentlessly. The wind howled like a hungry wolf. The world seemed cloaked in icy despair. This was a night for families, for warmth, for love, but not for everyone. For some, like a young woman named Maria, it was a night of bitter solitude. Maria clutched her thin coat tighter, her heart heavy with sorrow. She wandered aimlessly, the icy wind biting at her face. Maria had lost her job weeks ago. With each passing day, her hope dwindled. Now, she was about to lose her tiny apartment. The weight of her misfortune pressed down on her. Tears welled in her eyes, freezing on her lashes. She felt utterly alone. Christmas had always been her favorite time of year, but this year, it mocked her with its cheer. Everywhere she looked, there were families laughing, children playing, lights twinkling, a painful reminder of all that she had lost. As the night deepened, the storm worsened. Maria stumbled through the swirling snow, her body weary, her spirit broken. She couldn't go on like this. Suddenly she noticed a faint light in the distance, a warm, inviting glow. Hope flickered within her. Gathering her remaining strength, she trudged towards it. As she drew closer, she saw that the light came from a small church. The sight of it filled her with a sense of peace she hadn't felt all day. Maybe, just maybe, she could find some solace there. Hesitantly, Maria pushed open the heavy wooden door and stepped inside. The cold winter air clung to her coat, and she shivered as she took her first steps into the church. The contrast between the biting cold outside and the warmth inside was stark, almost overwhelming. The warmth enveloped her like a hug, instantly soothing her frozen limbs. The church was adorned with twinkling lights and festive decorations, creating a cozy and inviting atmosphere. It felt like stepping into a different world, one filled with comfort and peace. Soft Christmas carols filled the air, their melodies weaving through the space and wrapping around her like a comforting blanket. The familiar tunes brought back memories of happier times, when her family would gather around the tree and sing together. A group of people were gathered inside, their faces illuminated by the soft glow of candles. The flickering light cast a warm, golden hue over everything, making the scene look almost magical. The sense of community and togetherness was palpable, and Maria felt a pang of longing. A kind-looking woman with rosy cheeks and a warm smile noticed Maria standing near the entrance. Her eyes sparkled with kindness, and she seemed to radiate warmth and compassion. Maria felt a flicker of hope as the woman approached her. "Come in, dear," she beckoned, her voice as soothing as the carols. "You look frozen. Join us." Her words were like a balm to Maria's weary soul, offering a sense of belonging and acceptance that she had been desperately seeking. "You look frozen. Join us." The woman extended her hand, and Maria hesitated for a moment, unsure if she should accept the invitation. But the warmth in the woman's eyes, and the genuine concern in her voice, melted Maria's reservations. Maria hesitated for a moment, then allowed herself to be led to an empty seat. As she walked through the church, she could feel the eyes of the congregation on her, but instead of judgment, she saw only kindness and welcome in their gazes. As she sat there, surrounded by the gentle murmur of voices and the scent of pine needles, she felt a glimmer of hope ignite within her. The warmth of the church, the kindness of the strangers, and the beauty of the carols all combined to create a moment of peace and solace. For the first time in a long while, Maria felt that she was not alone, and that perhaps there was still goodness in the world. The Christmas service began, filling the air with a sense of reverence and anticipation. The church was adorned with twinkling lights and festive decorations, creating a warm and inviting atmosphere. The pastor spoke of hope, of love, of miracles. His words resonated deeply with everyone present, reminding them of the true spirit of Christmas. He shared stories of compassion and kindness, urging the congregation to open their hearts to those in need. Maria listened intently, her heart slowly thawing. She had been carrying a heavy burden, but the pastor's words began to lift the weight off her shoulders. She felt a flicker of hope ignite within her. For the first time in weeks, she felt a sense of peace settle over her. The warmth of the church and the kindness of the people around her made her feel safe and comforted. As the service ended, the kind woman who had welcomed Maria approached her again. She had noticed the sadness in Maria's eyes and wanted to help. "You look like you could use a good meal and a warm place to stay," she said gently, her eyes filled with compassion. Maria was taken aback by the woman's kindness, feeling a lump form in her throat. "Come home with me, dear," the woman continued, offering her hand. Maria hesitated for a moment, but the warmth in the woman's eyes reassured her. "You are welcome to stay with us for as long as you need," the woman said as they walked out of the church together. Maria felt a wave of relief wash over her. Tears welled up in Maria's eyes, but this time they were tears of gratitude. She had been lost and alone, but now she had found a place where she was welcomed and cared for. She had stumbled upon this church lost and alone, wandering the snowy streets with no destination in mind. The cold had seeped into her bones, and she had felt utterly hopeless. And now she was being offered kindness and shelter. The warmth of the woman's home and the promise of a hot meal felt like a dream come true. It felt like a miracle. Maria realized that sometimes miracles come in the form of simple acts of kindness. This Christmas she had found not just shelter but a renewed sense of hope and belonging. Maria spent Christmas Eve at the woman's cozy home, surrounded by her loving family. She shared stories, laughter, and a delicious Christmas Eve meal. For the first time in a long time, she felt a sense of belonging. That night, as she lay in a warm bed, listening to the soft sounds of Christmas carols drifting from downstairs, Maria realized something profound. Her life wasn't over. This wasn't the end. She had been given a second chance, a chance to rebuild her life, to find her way back to happiness. And she knew, with every fiber of her being, that she wouldn't waste it. The next morning, Maria awoke to the sound of joyful Christmas greetings. The sunlight streamed through her window, casting a warm glow on the festive decorations that adorned her room. She stretched and took a deep breath, feeling the magic of the season all around her. The house was filled with the aroma of cinnamon and pine. The scent of freshly baked cinnamon rolls wafted through the air, mingling with the earthy fragrance of the Christmas tree. It was a sensory delight that made her heart swell with joy and anticipation. As she joined the family for Christmas breakfast, she couldn't help but smile. The table was laden with delicious food and the room was filled with laughter and love. It was a moment of pure happiness, a reminder of the importance of family and togetherness. She had found hope in the most unexpected of places. Amidst the chaos and challenges of the past year, this simple gathering brought her a sense of peace and optimism. It was a powerful reminder that even in difficult times, there is always a reason to hope. She had experienced the true spirit of Christmas, the spirit of giving, of compassion, of love. Watching her family exchange gifts and hugs, she realized that these small acts of kindness were what made the season truly special. It wasn't about the material gifts, but the love and thoughtfulness behind them. And she knew that no matter what challenges life threw her way, she would carry this feeling with her. The determination and hope she felt now would guide her through any obstacles. This Christmas had given her a renewed sense of purpose and strength. She would never forget this Christmas miracle. The memories of this day would stay with her forever, a beacon of light in times of darkness. As she looked out the window, she felt a deep sense of gratitude for the love and joy that surrounded her. This Christmas, remember that even in the darkest of times, hope can be found. The twinkling lights and the warmth of human connection can brighten even the gloomiest of days. It's a time to cherish the moments of joy and to hold on to the hope that the season brings. Believe in the magic of the season and the power of human kindness. The small acts of generosity and compassion can create ripples of positivity that extend far beyond the holiday season. It's a reminder that we all have the power to make a difference in the lives of others. For miracles can happen, sometimes when we least expect them. This Christmas, open your heart to the possibilities and embrace the spirit of the season. You never know what wonderful surprises await you.